All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin in the crypto markets. Okay, welcome in, everybody. It looks like throughout the weekend, we did continue to have a little bit of a pump up. We made another set of new highs into that naked daily point of control at 1087, and this was also a naked weekly point of control. This was an area on the chart that we did have marked out, and we talked about a little bit last week. And you can see we got a little bit of a rejection there. We did front run our 109K liquidity grab, but after hitting into our naked daily and our naked weekly point of control, we did get the rejection, and we did fall all the way to that 107K support that we were looking at, the value area low in confluence with the golden pocket. And we did see a bounce from that area of support and bounced all the way up to the value area high of the range. But you can see here, since we bounced from 107K support, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this box now. We bounced from value area low and golden pocket. We only worked our way up to the value area high, making a lower high in the price action, continuing the lower lows and lower highs, and we are shifting market structure locally on lower time frames bearishly. And now that we're back inside the volume profile, after deviating above the volume profile a couple times, we are chopping still with inside the volume profile, but we are having trouble breaking it to the upside to grab that liquidity to the upside. Now, we've talked about that 106K support pretty much all of last week. That 106K area is still an area of interest. I'm looking at potentially interested in looking at longs. But if we do see a breakdown of this range, we are near the top of our big descending channel, and we might see a much bigger breakdown. So I will be still watching 106K, about 106.1 to 106K for a possible long opportunity. If we do need to watch, though, for a bigger rejection to the downside. And if we look at our bigger targets to the downside, we can just pull our fib. Let me actually zoom out here a bit. Let's go on to the 2-hour chart. And we can just take that a new fib from the lows to the new highs that we have. And let's turn on our golden pocket. Golden pocket is going to be around 102.6, 102 to 102.3. And this golden pocket now is aligning much better with our 7-week range value area low. Let's actually, what am I doing here? Let's turn on that value area low of that range. You can see that value area low is just a bit higher here. So golden pocket, value area low, I'm still looking at these levels of support. This box here, and then right down below it at 102K, 102.4. And really what I'm interested in now, with our overall golden pocket being a little bit higher, we could probably shift this box down to the value area low slash 618 of the golden pocket. And that's the area I would be really looking at for a potential long opportunity. Now, we will have some internal support levels before then. If we break 106K, we still have the point of control of the range at 105K. And then, of course, we do have our channel midline coming in around 104K. But I think that we really need to kind of hold this 106K, this anchored VWAP from the all-time highs. And it's also our local golden pocket pull. If we look at that local golden pocket from this last little dip low to the new highs, you can see that it is right there. And once again, guys, this golden pocket has shifted up just very, very slightly because we did make a new high. And also our anchored VWAP has been shifting up slightly. So we can actually move this box up to match that golden pocket about 106.250 to about 106.1. And you can see that anchored VWAP is coming in near the 0.65 of that golden pocket. So that is still the area of concern, area of interest, not concern, interest that I'm looking at. We did see with the new high that we made over the weekend, the 2 new highs that we made over the weekend, we are making some pretty clear bearish divs on the 2-hour chart. You can see 3 higher highs in the price action, and then at least locally here, just with these 2 higher highs, we do have lower highs in the momentum waves with our money flow consistently draining out of the asset, just crossing over into the red right now. So it's going to really be key. I do think this might give us that move down to 106.2 or 106.1. But if we do start to see that level of support get lost, we could see that bigger drop. 4-hour is not looking too bad. No bear divs, excuse me, on the 4-hour. 4 hours looking pretty good there. NAMI, we are seeing those bear divs. Now, remember, I do want to talk about this also because NAMI last time on the lows down here, as we were coming into these lows, NAMI was calling the 4-hour bull divs much better than Market Cipher B, and those 4-hour divs gave us like a $10,000 move to the upside. So with NAMI showing those bull divs like this, we are now seeing the exact opposite at the top of the channel. That was near the bottom of the channel. Now we're near the top of the channel. NAMI is showing a pretty consistent 4-hour bear div with money flow crossing over into the red on the 4-hour. And I just want to give you guys a warning. The last time NAMI showed something very similar to this, except inversely with a bullish divs, we did get that bigger pump to the upside. So is it possible we get that bigger dump to the downside, maybe all the way down to our golden pocket, or even coming down to, that 96.5K major area of support? That is something I will be watching for. I'm getting a little bit hesitant that Bitcoin is not going to hold this and we're going to see a bigger breakdown to the downside. So far, it is just ranging. We are ranging within our range. You can see, let's go ahead and turn off our smaller range. That's like our 4 or 5 day range, not that one. This guy here. And if we look at our 7-week range here, we are still chopping around the value area high, but we are having some trouble breaking this value area high and flipping it to support. We really haven't been able to break it and confirm a flip to support. And anytime you see that value area high give you multiple rejections, eventually you could start to roll over here and at least you rotate all the way back down to the bottom of the volume profile, which is our level of support around that 102K, 103K area. But other than that, Bitcoin's been pretty steady. We just ranged within this small range all weekend, making a new high, taking out the liquidity above us. I did say in Friday's video that we did make new highs above, we did make new highs on Sunday's video, not Friday's video. On Sunday's video, we made new highs, but we did still have some liquidity that was resting above us on the heat map. And so now we were able to make one more high later on that day, and we took out all that liquidity that was above us. So now you can see all the liquidity above us has been stopped out, and we do have the majority of the liquidity that is resting into that 106.1K area of support, which is our local level of support below us in this area. Market maker game. They've stopped out multiple times the shorts that have shorted the top of the range with one more push to the upside. And now are they going to stop out the late longers that have been longing with inside this range, bring it down to 106K, stop all those out, and then maybe we continue the move up to higher prices. If we want to see that move up to 109 or even the 109.7K area, which is a naked daily and a naked weekly point of control up there, then I do think this 106K kind of needs to hold, this 106.1 area. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our CVD and open interest. Let me just refresh this here. And we'll zoom out to the 15-minute chart. Okay, so guys, we talked about this a little bit on Sunday, but that big drop in open interest, we did see a huge drop in open interest throughout the weekend from Friday all the way pretty much through Sunday here. And that kind of invalidated our bullish CVD absorption, even though technically it's not technically invalidated until we take out the lows of that open interest, which is down around that 225 area. But because we saw this prolonged dip in open interest, it oftentimes does make it so your bullish absorption does not play out properly. And I do think that it is kind of stopped the bullish absorption from playing out. You can see now our CVD has been pretty much consistently rising to the upside overall since June 28th. So over the weekend, pretty much rising to the upside. Now, your open interest is all over the place. Big pushes up in open interest, followed by big dumps, and we're continuing to kind of dump in open interest. A lot of traders are just getting wrecked in this range. A lot of positions opening. We had fresh longs opening near the tops of that pump on Sunday. And then, of course, they got flushed out. That's a big drop in open interest. Then we had some new long positions. Once again, if we look at this open interest chart, let me clean it up here. Right here on the 29th, we had a bunch of fresh longs opening up on the chart. New open interest rising, meaning it was new long positions that were opening. We got the liquidity grab once again of the highs of the range, and now we are dumping, and those longs are kind of trapped underwater or they've been stopped out. Hence the big decrease in open interest we're seeing here. We saw a lot of late longers longing towards the top and once again getting trapped by the market makers trying to play a breakout of a range, especially on a weekend that can be dangerous. And so, yeah, just a lot of positions are starting to close out within this range. Looks like market makers have wrecked all the late longers, and also some of the shorters got stopped out. And now we are making kind of just grinding our way to the downside. And I still do think that 106.1K area of support is possible to come at. I know I've been saying that all last week and it hasn't happened yet, but we just need to be patient and wait. We're developing a range, we're trading within a range. Other than that, guys, there's not too much to update on. Bitcoin does, now that we've closed the weekly candle, we do have a new weekly level. So if we zoom out, we do have a new weekly support level. And that weekly support level is going to be coming in at pretty much 101K, which is real near our area of support. Let me turn off these naked dailies. So we do have a new weekly level. And then, of course, we do have some new daily levels as well. If we zoom on to the daily, we do have a daily level that is closed 7 minutes ago. We have a new daily resistance about 108.4. And other than that, not too much else going on new on the charts. That's about it, guys. We're still trending within this bigger descending channel. We've been looking at this descending channel for a few weeks now. And until we see a clear break out of this descending channel, I would expect us to continue this correction, this corrective move that we've been seeing for 7 weeks in this descending channel. There is a possibility, because we pumped from the bottom of the channel, there is a possibility that we just pumped to the highs of the channel, and now we're about to rotate again, coming back down all the way to 102K, or even continuing all the way down to hitting, we could look at that 98.2 level again, an SFP of the lows into the bottom of the channel, or that true breakdown to about 96.5, where our large range point of control is. If we go ahead and turn on that macro range, that large range point of control is going to be coming in around 96.5, 96.6. The money flow on the daily is still looking pretty bearish here. You can see that it's pretty consistently draining out of the asset as this descending channel has been forming. We did have the bearish divs at the top, the triple confirmations of bear divs up here. And maybe this correction is going to continue a little bit longer. I wouldn't be surprised if this correction continues a little longer. We do have to remember our trend-based Fibonacci time from the move up from 74K all the way up to new all-time highs took about 45 days. And generally your corrective move takes about as long or sometimes even longer than your impulsive move. So you can see our 1-to-1 fib time target is not until July 6th. And there's a possibility that we could continue to rotate down again to the bottom of the channel, hitting the bottom of that channel around July 6th, and then see that big explosive breakup to the upside. Coming down, hitting the anchored VWAP from the lows, which have not been tested yet. That could be aligning with the bottom of the channel by the time we get up to that area. And it would also be a liquidity grab of last week's lows there. So that 98.2 area is an area that I am interested in looking at as well. We're just going to have to analyze as we're coming down to those areas. So to briefly review, right now locally we're still in an upper range. Let me zoom in onto the hourly chart. We're still within this upper range that we've been in since Wednesday. So 5 days or so. We've been trading within this upper range. We do keep seeing liquidity grabs of the range highs and then kind of dumps to the downside. Let's turn back that volume profile back on that range. And you can see we just did bounce about 3 hours ago from the value area low of the range after rejecting earlier today from the value area high of the range. So we're just trading the range. Reject value area high, you could look for shorts. You look for longs near the value area low. And just trading the range. Now, if we reject this point of control about 107.4, and we start to lose the value area low, I do think it's a very high probability we come down to that 106.1. As far as larger ranges go, if we look at our larger 7-week range, so let's go ahead and zoom out onto that 4-hour chart and the reviews for support. So 106.1 is our first level of support that I'd be looking at. And then I honestly, we do have our point of control. There's not much confluence with that point of control. I actually like the channel midline a little bit better. If we take our Fibonacci from the lows to the highs and we turn on that 0.5, you can see that 0.5 is going to be aligning with the midline of the channel pretty closely here around 103.5. And that is the equilibrium of this push up to the upside. So that would be kind of the next area of support that I'd really be interested in looking for, and along is just this general area here. And then our third general support area is the value area low golden pocket between 103 and like 102. And then, of course, if we break that to the downside, I think we're going to come grab the liquidity of the lows of this impulse and about 98.2, which you can see we would have that anchored VWAP. And of course, this would take some time to rotate to the bottom of the channel. So, you would expect maybe a small bounce here, back test the range, lose it, maybe a small bounce here, come here, something like that, where you kind of grind down, hitting into the bottom of the channel, which would also be a liquidity grab of those lows of our 7-week range. And by that time, our anchored VWAP could be kind of grinding right up into that area of support. And so the liquidity grab of 98.2 is the next level I'd be looking for support. As traders, we play level to level. As we're coming down to our levels, if we have confirmation to long, we enter the long. If not, we wait for the next level. And then lastly is that 96.6 area, 96.5 major range point of control. And that's our 7-month range point of control. So thank you guys for tuning in. We do have a couple sponsors of the channel. We do have BYDFI. They're offering a really, really good initial deposit campaign right now. First off, this is a no KYC exchange, no KYC needed to trade on here, and also no VPN required. All you need is an email and a password. They are offering a 50% deposit bonus. If you deposit $100 into the exchange, you can get 50% initial deposit bonus. $500, you get $100. $1,000, you get $200. And then for your bigger traders out there, you get if you deposit 5,000, you get 500. 10,000, you get 1,000. 20,000, you get 2,000. This only goes till July 3rd. So if you want to take advantages of this, especially that $100 deposit, to get a 50% initial deposit bonus, really, really good there. And that's pretty much a free trade. You can use that $50 with of course, with leverage, you can use that. Of course, you want to be using proper risk management. Your leverage should not matter. It should be based off your stop loss. But this is a good initial deposit bonus here. They are offering the affiliates that use my link discounts on your trading fees. You get a 17% discount just for using the affiliate link, but you can get higher discounts on your trading fees depending on how much you deposit into the exchange. And then they're also offering up to $8,100 in futures trading bonuses depending on how much volume you move in your futures trading markets. Second, we do have NAMI. NAMI is this momentum and money flow indicator that is really good. Like you can see down here, it really helped those 4-hour bull divs help call that $10,000 pump to the upside. And now we are starting to develop some 4-hour bear divs that look very similar, where it could be calling for a bigger drop to the downside. So NAMI is a great indicator I've been using to help know when to take profit, know when to enter trades. They are running a 50% off special for a limited time for any of my affiliate link users. Link is in the description in the comments, and the discount code is in the description as well. The discount code is Divine50. So if you're interested in that, it's in the description. And then lastly, we do have MEXC. They are exchange. They do require KYC, but they are offering 10% cash back on your initial deposit and up to $20,000 in futures trading bonuses. If you're interested in joining MEXC, it's a great on fees there. That link is in the description as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like the video if you got anything out of this video, and I will see you tomorrow.